Hey friends, it's Cortland here. If you're anything like me, you've probably spent countless nights dreaming up worlds and adventures for your friends. Today, I want to share something really close to my heart that I've been working on. It's called Tall Tavern, and it's for all of us who love getting lost in the stories that we all create together through tabletop role playing games. So, getting started here, we'll create a campaign. We'll create a new one and name it something um, Threads, Friends, Adventure Time. I don't know. And then we'll choose an RPG system. So I know most people are familiar with D&D 5e. You can definitely select that, but you can select most of the most popular tabletop role-playing game systems. And since this is an app that is built with the community, if there are other systems that people want, just ask. I'm a real human, and I will go and do my best to incorporate it into the app. So let's say we are playing a game of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. It defaults to Forgotten Realms, which is the default setting for D&D, but we can say we're using that system in a different world. Either like a different campaign setting for D&D, like Eberron or Greyhawk or Spelljammer or Ravenloft, or we could do something like a homebrew game. Say we wanted to do a homebrew dark fantasy or cyberpunk world, whatever world that we want to create. So I am a fan of dark fantasy, so I'll select dark fantasy, and then we get started there. Here, you can invite other party members so that they can, see the things that you create in your campaign world. And going on to the next section here, we can add sessions. And so here, this is, you might notice that the UI is looks like a mobile UI. It's a web app. You can use it on your phone. You can use it on a tablet or a laptop. Anything with a browser. But the idea is to make it really easy to just record your game session, and then for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, whatever it is, you can record it, and as you speak, it will transcribe what you say to text. So you're playing a game and creating a story together, and that story is being recorded by this app and transcribed into text by this app. So not only can you do that, but once you have your transcript, you can also summarize it. So it won't do a summary for this short of a transcript, but imagine you have a transcript for a session that's several hours long. Then, knowing every single word that was cast, every single roll that was made, maybe isn't that useful, but a summary of the main points that happened during that game session is actually very useful. So in any case, you can have your post-game recaps, or you can create like a story of your campaign while you're playing it, and have all of that organized within the campaign that you started. Next thing that you can do is creations. So here you can add to your world. You can, for example, create a character. And let's see, for my character, I'll have it be, a plain looking dwarven man who is kind and jovial. He has a paunch, and wears practical adventurer's garb. I don't know. You can go nuts here and describe whatever you want to create. And it will take about 30 seconds to elaborate on your idea. So you give it kind of a kernel of an idea, and 30 seconds later, you'll have both a text description and a image based on the description that you provided. And what it creates will also take into account the kind of setting that you have, or the world that you have. So there's my character, Grimble Ironbelly. So it's going for like a realistic look for a dark fantasy setting. So it's not, going super high fantasy or anime here. But if you had selected that your campaign setting was cyberpunk and put in that exact same prompt, you'd get a very different image as a result. So it makes it easy to keep these things cohesive. And then, as you can see, comes up with like a backstory, some traits and things like that. All things that you can use and flesh out if you want. And of course, if there's anything that you don't like, you can, come in and edit that. I am a paladin. Thank you very much. Lawful good. Come on. Never. Chaotic good. All right. And that's the kind of the core of the app. So then you've got your creations there, and of course you can do this unlimited times for items or custom monsters that you want to do, or locations. Like I don't know, an abandoned windmill that has long since fallen into disrepair. Let's see what it does here. Again, another 30 seconds, and then it will, come up with a picture of the location and a description. And the cool thing here for people with lots of ideas, but that sometimes have writer's block, is not only will it create that image for you, so you can share it with your players or that sort of thing, but it comes up with a story for the location that you can, of course, edit or change to your heart's content. And it also will note things to expand upon it. So, you'll notice here, notable landmarks and places to visit. It comes up with different locations that you could create that are nearby to create a kind of a cohesive world as you're building it. So that's it. I mean, that's the core of the app. Obviously, you can do things like filter by creation type, that kind of thing. But this will allow you to build your world in a very fast way, to prep in a very fast way, and to improve what you do and the stories that you build and how you tie in character backstories and NPC, plot points and quests all together in a cohesive way, all by giving this app context through recording your game sessions and summarizing them. So I hope you like what I built, and if you don't, that's cool too. I hope to hear from you in any case and hear feedback, because again, I am a real human. I am not a giant corporation doing terrible things, and as a real human, I really thrive and depend upon feedback so that this app can really be a community built app that takes into consideration the hopes and preferences of the tabletop role-playing game community that I love and am a part of. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you soon in our Discord and using the app.